Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Gonna read through the full article here. It is pretty short. There's a link in the description. It is tragic. A 2-year-old boy has shot his 4-year-old sister. We're not told where, but he shot her whilst they were in a vehicle which was parked outside of a grocery store or a convenience store. Actually, a part of this petrol station or gas station, as you call it. They were unattended. There was an adult in the convenience store. There was also another adult pumping gas into the vehicle. However, nobody was within the vehicle. There was an unsecured gun. The 2-year-old boy was playing with it. Shot his sister. The adult that was pumping gas obviously heard the gunshot. They rushed the child, the 4-year-old girl, to the hospital. Regrettably, she was pronounced dead shortly thereafter. This happened Tuesday morning in Chester, Pennsylvania. And I've given you a pretty good overview there. No adult supervision. The gun was left unsecured in the vehicle. And the only other thing to add to this is that detectives have classified this incident, this tragedy, as being a horrible accident. Okay, I can go with that. But they're questioning as to whether or not charges should be filed. And that's the point which annoys me. I mean, the whole thing annoys me. The whole situation is completely needless and has led to the death of a 4-year-old girl. It's going to be traumatic for everybody concerned, not least the 2-year-old who has to grow up. Well, hopefully they don't have to grow up with this awareness, but I presume that at some point, they will be made aware that they were involved in a shooting that led to the death of their 4-year-old sister. I'm not going to say that the child was responsible for the death. I mean, because ultimately they weren't responsible for the death. The 2-year-old boy is merely playing, doing exactly what 2-year-old boys do, what exactly 2-year-old boys should be doing. The boy did nothing wrong. The charges that ought to be filed are against, I would say, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a member of any judicial system, so this is as a layman speaking, but I think it's pretty obvious, pretty commonsensical to say that charges should be filed against the owner of the gun. If the gun was left unsupervised, which it was, then how can the owner of the gun not be responsible? Who else is responsible? Are we just going to say, oh, no worries, it's not a big deal. 4-year-old girl died, killed by their younger brother. No worries. These things happen. Let's move on. Is that what we're going to say? Or are we going to say, hang on, you're the owner of the gun. You left the gun unsupervised, loaded, with children. A horrible accident did ensue, which led to the death of a 4-year-old girl. You're going to be held responsible for that. Okay, you're not going to be charged for murder. This wasn't intentional. But you're going to be charged with this, that, or the other. My guess would be manslaughter or manslaughter-related charge. Is it unfortunate? Yes. Should people just get away with it? Should society just allow this to happen time and time again? Or should society try to do what it can to address this situation? One thing it can do, one thing society can do, is to apply a judiciary system to penalise those that are at fault. That's one thing that can be done. There are other things that can be done, gun control and whatever else, which can be done, may not necessarily be a good thing. But certainly, why wouldn't you punish those that are responsible for leaving unsecured guns in the presence of children? We've seen it. There's we've seen another video. You can have a look on my channel. There was last week a 12-year-old girl killed her 14-year-old cousin. It was shot on Instagram Live. It was broadcast on Instagram Live. We can't be 100% sure if it was a purposeful killing or not. Personally, I've seen the video. I have seen the video of the 12-year-old shooting their 14-year-old cousin to death in the head, point blank range. It seems accidental to me. That's my read on the situation. And it seems that either immediately after that, either it was an accidental death, or pretty likely she killed herself mere 2.5 seconds after killing her cousin. It all seemed accidental to me, and then maybe in a panic she committed suicide. I don't know. It could have even been an accident, killing herself. I don't know. I've gone on a bit of a tangent there, but the reason why I mentioned that is because that was an unsecured loaded gun, and it was actually a very dangerous gun. It was what appeared to be like a handgun, a pistol, or perhaps a Glock 9mm, or a gun similar to a Glock 9mm, and it had a drum magazine in it, capable of firing approximately 40 bullets, something like that. So it might well have been illegally modified to be fully automatic or such. That's speculation on my part. What's my point? My point is, this is happening time and time again. There are situations where guns are being left unsecured, kids are playing with them, and kids are dying. So do something about it, Delaware County. Yes, file some fucking charges.